Hi book friends! Today's episode of Biblio Happy Hour is brought to you by Biblio Finder, a new online directory for independent bookstores. Biblio Finder allows users to find bookstores worldwide based on your current or planned location. Hi book friends! Welcome to Biblio Happy Hour, a podcast that's sharing bookseller stories, what's new in books, and everything bookish. I'm your host, Victoria Wood. In today's show, we'll be talking to Suzanne Lucey, and she is the owner of Page 158 Books, located in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Before I get started with today's show, I just wanted you to know that you can tune in to our Biblio news segment every Monday right here on Biblio Happy Hour. We'll be sharing new releases for the week, other titles to look out for in future, bookstore events, and what's trending. Looking for more bookish content? You can listen to our off-the-cuff discussions, get top-shelf monthly recommendations, behind-the-scenes content, perks, and more over on our Patreon page. Patreon allows listeners like you to support a show you love, plus it helps us to grow and embark on new and amazing projects for both the book and bookstore community. It's super easy, so just check out the details and the different levels you can support us over at patreon.com/bibliofinder. And wherever you're listening to this podcast, please don't forget to share, subscribe to the show, and leave us a rating and review. Alrighty everyone, let's talk with our guest. Suzanne, thank you so much for coming on the show, and welcome to Biblio Happy Hour.
No, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, of course. We're really excited to have you on the show. So before we get started, really quick, are you a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee definitely in the morning, and then I love to switch to tea
through
the night.
Right. So you enjoy both coffee and tea?
I do.
Alrighty. Yeah. So tell us about your bookstore, where you're located, and share a bit about your town.
I am the luckiest person in the world. I walked into a bookstore and I said to the owner, "Oh, I'd love to own a bookstore." And he emailed me 3 days later, said, "Do you want to take over?" And 6 weeks later, we opened the door. That was 4 years ago, and I haven't looked back. It's the most exciting thing I've ever done. I never knew what I wanted to be until I was 47 and we opened the bookstore. So I'm thrilled. I love our little town in Wake Forest, which is not where the college is. The college moved about 50 years ago. But it's such a great community. Nobody from the area is from the area. There's a few people, but most people are from everywhere else. So they tend to look to the bookstore and other businesses and people they meet as brand new friends and family. So I'm really lucky to be a part of this community. I loved reading books. It really, everybody has a dysfunctional family when they're growing up. And my escape into reality was definitely reading books and living at the library and the local bookstores. So this was my life goal, I guess.
It's kind of a book lover's dream. I think most of us, I know I can't speak for everyone, but we all, daydream about owning our bookstore at one point or another. And right now you're living the dream. So I think that's really amazing.
It is, yes.
But tell us about your town of Wake Forest. What is Wake Forest known for, and where exactly in the town is a bookstore located?
So the downtown area is actually growing up around us, where all new townhomes and other businesses are sprouting up. We're right off that main drag where there's a brewery, and now another brewery is going to be opening on our street. We are right outside of Raleigh, which is a 25-minute ride to Raleigh-Durham International Airport. So we get a lot of big authors that come into town, and it's easy for them. Our town has grown in the last 12 years. The bookstore is kind of where people go for information and friendship.
Tell us, what can readers and book lovers expect walking in? Give us a kind of visual, stepping into the bookstore, coming in from the front door. What can we expect?
So from the outside, there's a restaurant on one side of us and a dance studio, and the other side is a bowling alley and a dress shop. And it's in a strip mall. So you think, oh, brick strip mall. But you walk in and people are like, wow, I didn't know it was this homey, and I didn't know it was this large. We painted the ceiling a sky blue, and we have some old world style and some new world stuff. And just kind of blends in together. We try to make it interesting and fun. And we like to welcome people in and ask them a little bit about themselves. Because I've had instances where I can turn somebody's world around. Like we had one man cry because he had just moved to the area and just lost his wife. And had I just been like, hey, let me know if I can help you, we wouldn't have made that connection. We want the connections more than the sale.
Absolutely.
I mean, eventually the sale, but no, it's more about connections.
What was the reaction like from your friends and family when you told them, okay, I'm finally getting involved in the book business? Did they see this coming?
No. Well, I mean, we got a lot like, are you sure you want to do that? In big, small stores are closing, and not just bookstores, but small stores in general. But most of the people were like, that's a great idea. And I can totally see you doing that, and good for you. So it was it was a wonderful, like, warm experience. And we also had to move twice in 2017. So we've only been open for 4 years, but we've had 3 locations because we had to do a temporary spot. But we bought this location and I'm loving it. I don't have a landlord and we're able to outfit it the way we want to. And we've added beer and wine and 13 book clubs, which there weren't before. And people just gravitate to it. And it's a fun place to hang out.
It sounds like it. And you have so many book clubs. I don't know how you keep it all together, but it's great. I love book clubs. Tell us about some of the book clubs you have in store.
My favorite is listening to the 2nd and 3rd, and then we have another 4th and 5th grade book club because they'll talk about philosophy in the 2nd and 3rd grade book club. And then it's just a totally different thing with the 4th and 5th graders. And the kids just want to talk about books and they get recommendations. And, not everybody is a sports kid. So they want to talk about and find their tribe, which I love. So we do a mystery book club. We have day book club. We have our newest one. I saw this girl and she said, oh, I know about your bookstore. And I just heard about this new book club you're doing. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. And she was so fun. She's like, yeah, I really want to join this. Mm-hmm. And the name of the book club is What the Blank Did I Just Read? And it's just one of those things where everybody seems to, oh yeah, because that book is so different and so out there that, it's kind of a fun thing. They're going to meet for 3 months and talk about the same book. But I love that people are talking about that in the town, even though I don't even know them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's always a good sign. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going to shake things up on the podcast a bit and get into the personal preferences category. So I'm going to start with our quick fire questions, and all this really is I'm going to give you 2 options and then you're going to select the one that works best for you, okay?
Am I going to win money?
No, sadly. Hey guys, listen to the full podcast episode over on our Patreon page. So Patreon allows listeners like you to support the show as well as our online directory for independent bookstores. You'll also get additional perks for joining, such as discount codes for some awesome products and services. You'll be able to share your input and submit questions for the show, get behind the scenes content, weekly business updates, shout outs, plus lots more. That's patreon.com/bibliofinder. I'm really looking forward to talking with you there.